Hi folks, welcome back. In this lesson you're going to watch me write an HTML file and then you get to play around and modify and experiment with one yourself. Now if you haven't yet read through this particular web page, please do so. And this is actually on page 2, so click on page 2, we'll come to here. And once you have done so, then take this video off pause and continue. And so I'm going to open up the resource folder, which you should be able to download, and you'll be able to see the first file HTML and the first HTML.html file, and also a picture which is students at computer JPEG. Now when I run that, you'll be able to see that this looks very similar to the picture of what we've got here. It's identical. Okay, so I'm going to turn that off again, go back to my Windows Explorer, and I'm going to right click and open this with Notepad. Now if you've never done this before, your Notepad is probably not going to be on the list. So I'm going to pretend that your Notepad isn't on the list and show you how to get it so that it is. First of all, you choose default program, and then it will come up. Your Notepad won't be showing there because you haven't used it before, and it's very important though is to untick this box here, because when we do choose Notepad, we only want it to open up in Notepad when we choose, as we always want the HTML to be opened up by the browser. So we untick that because we don't want Notepad to always open up HTML files. And then we click on the select programs. Now my Notepad is already at the top because I've already previously chosen it, but your Notepad is going to be down somewhere around here. Simply select it and OK. Do make sure it's unticked there, and then you will get this Notepad opening up this HTML file so you can see the code. I'm going to close it. After you've done that, then from then on your computer you'll be able to right click and open with Notepad and it will be on the list. Okay. So we have our Notepad, which is effectively the code which the browser reads to display basically this picture and that web page. Now what I'm going to do is assume that you've kind of like got a bit of a general understanding what all of these things are about. And so to make it easier, what I'm going to do is open up a new Notepad and start writing another web page from scratch. Alright, now the first thing that we need to tell the browser when it's reading our text document is what language it's using. And so I'm going to be putting in the tag which is called HTML. That tells the browser that it's in fact HTML. Normally this is the second line because the first line is there's many different types of other languages concerned of English and Chinese or all sorts of other different types of strict English and old English, different versions of HTML, but we'll be getting into that later. At the moment we're just saying HTML. Keep it nice and simple. The very next thing that we use is another tab, and that is to finish using HTML. This is my close tag. Now a really good habit that I'm hoping that everybody's going to take on is whenever you write an open tag, immediately write in the close tag before you do anything else. So here's with my head. I'm going to type in my head tag, and then immediately I type in my close head. The reason why, if you ever get a job and you've got half a dozen open tags and the boss comes and asks you to go and do another job, the next program who takes over your position is not going to have a hope of knowing what you're doing and is going to cause him a headache and he will not like you. Okay, inside the head we can put a number of things. What's on this particular program is title. And the very next thing I do is close title. And this is an unusual keyboard for me. I keep doing everything back to front. And in the middle, I can type in whatever name. So this is going to be test HTML. And make that a little bit wider so it stays in line. This title is what you'll see in the top of the window. Okay, so it's not the title in the browser, it's actually title of the window is what this title is talking about. Now, the head area of the HTML document is all the thinking stuff. You generally won't see anything on the browser. If I actually ran this now, all it's going to be is just an empty page with test HTML up at the top of the window. Because in the body area is where you actually see things on the browser. So here's my body. I'm going to close it. And inside here, if I write hello world, I will actually see hello world in the browser. So let's actually save that. So I'm going to save as I need to navigate to where I might actually just copy this and paste it into my file area and just immediately go to that folder. And to enable me to be able to save it as an HTML document, I need to change that to all files. That's saying everything, and I'm going to type test.html, and there it is. It's popped up there. So close that, run that, and after a bit I have my first web page, which is called Hello World. Okay, close that, bring back my Windows Explorer, right click that with Notepad, and now